Wading in the water are the world's largest crocodiles, and among them, the biggest is Kubwa, a Nile crocodile about 5.5 meters long. He has been waiting for a full year to find prey. The first thing he does is glide silently. He must never disturb the prey. He only moves when he gets very close, and only then does he use his terrifying power, a bone-crushing bite force. To the animals that come to drink, Kubwa looks like nothing more than two small lumps of mud. The ability to hide so blatantly in front of prey is rare among large predators, but his attack is very close. However, the wildebeest's reaction is quick, and the force of their kicks is enough to break bones. This time, not only was Kubwa unsuccessful, but his tooth also took a heavy blow. Hunting large prey is not easy, even for such a powerful predator. After a day or two, the wildebeest herd leaves. But for Kubwa, who is about 60 years old, this failure means nothing. He has only lost one tooth. Each of his teeth can be replaced at least 50 times, and he has about 63 more teeth to use. Like all crocodiles, he has a great ability to withstand blows. His skin is thick, and he has an additional layer that is unique to him. His entire back is covered with interlocking bone plates that form an armor under the skin. This allows him to naturally resist kicks and attacks. It seems that Kubwa's opportunity has returned. Dozens of stray wildebeest have returned, wanting to quench their thirst before leaving. Kubwa's only weakness is his eyes, but he can retract them into his skull to avoid injury. The only drawback is that he must close his eyes when attacking. This time, Kubwa was able to grab the prey. His bite force is so strong that only 4 teeth are enough to hold an adult wildebeest. In less than a minute, the hunt is complete. Kubwa does not mind other crocodiles sharing his spoils. On the contrary, he welcomes them. The meat he will get is enough for him. By cooperating, they can quickly dismantle the prey. This is their mutual interest. To get his share, Kubwa performs the famous death roll. This rotation by crocodiles first suffocates the prey and then dismembers it. Kubwa has not eaten this much in almost a year. But eating food that is equivalent to 1/5 of his weight in a single meal can cause fatal problems.
For a cold-blooded crocodile, a large meal can take several weeks to digest completely. During this long period, the meat he swallowed can rot. Food poisoning is not the only cause of death. Undigested bones can cause a fatal digestive tract blockage. To avoid being killed by this meal, Kubwa must speed up the digestion process.
This relies on a terrifying method of speeding up digestion. As blood flows through his body, carbon dioxide constantly accumulates, and this waste gas is the main ingredient of stomach acid. Thanks to his highly developed heart, Kubwa can turn toxic carbon dioxide into a benefit. He activates a special valve found only in crocodiles. When this valve closes, his blood flow splits, no longer flowing to his lungs, but going directly to his stomach.
It seems that Kubwa's opportunity has returned. Dozens of stray wildebeest have returned, wanting to quench their thirst before leaving. Kubwa's only weakness is his eyes, but he can retract them into his skull to avoid injury. The only drawback is that he must close his eyes when attacking. If there's one thing that will infuriate a saltwater crocodile, it's another saltwater crocodile invading its territory. Imagine what it would be like when dozens of aggressive beings gather in one place. It would be a crazy massacre. However, every October, at least 40 saltwater crocodiles gather in a single remote location. Indeko is an adult female crocodile, and the next 24 hours are extremely dangerous for her. Although she weighs 180 kilograms, she is only a quarter of the size of the massive males.
The males do not come here for mating. However, if Indeko can avoid trouble, the risk is worth it. This narrow point for crossing the river is the best place to ambush a massive number of prey. Soon, tens of thousands of fat and energy-rich shadfish will arrive. Every year, these saltwater fish use the huge tides to reach new spawning grounds upstream. In the coming hours, Indeko hopes to get an amount of fish that is equivalent to what she eats in a whole month. But how can she find prey in these murky waters? Visibility underwater is almost zero. Unless you are a crocodile, Indeko has a very strange ability, almost like science fiction. Her skin can sense food in the murky water. If you look closely at her face, you will find it is covered with small bumps. Each one is a miniature pressure sensor, with a sensitivity 10 times greater than that of a human fingertip. When fish swim, they disturb the surrounding water flow, creating a weak current that Indeko can feel even from 3 meters away. Her skin is extremely sensitive to pressure, allowing her to distinguish between a worthless small fish and the large, filling fish she has been waiting for. Soon, the moon rises and the high tide comes. As the river water level rises, the fish pour in as if in a boiling pot. But the large males are blocking the way. Indeko wants to join this feast, but this gathering could turn into chaos. A single wrong move could cost her a leg. It is difficult for Indeko to sneak in, as the other crocodiles are much bigger than her. When she is attacked, her only option is to flee. Indeko has traveled nearly 50 kilometers to get here. But away from the rapid current, the fish scatter and are difficult to intercept. It seems she will have to swim home hungry. But Indeko has not given up. Her pressure sensors are not limited to her face. She has about 9,000 pressure sensors all over her body. For this reason, she changed her hunting style. She opened her jaws like an antenna to expand her search area. There are a large number of young fish passing through here, so Indeko will not go hungry tonight. By morning, all the shadfish had disappeared, and Indeko had slipped away. Without a doubt, the only thing an adult crocodile must watch out for is a larger crocodile. But in the jungles of Mexico, another predator is hiding. Zama is a Paten crocodile, and he is not very big. Small crocodiles are easily preyed upon. Most animals avoid this 2.1-meter-long predator. However, in order to survive in the Mexican jungle, Zama must be very careful. By noon, the youngsters were exhausted. When they rest, they seem to be completely lacking in caution against danger. And to a 90-kilogram jaguar, a sleeping Paten crocodile is an easy meal. But this startled crocodile is not as easy to subdue as he seems. On the contrary, he seems to have a supernatural power that allows him to stay awake while sleeping. With the help of the slow circulation of the stored air, he can extract almost all the oxygen from it. Like a diver using a closed-circuit rebreather, he can breathe while holding his breath. Surely there is easier prey to catch. When the danger disappears, the hunters can become prey again. Maybe one of them will be lucky. Zama is tired of the youngster's chaos, and one look is enough for him to know what prey he can hunt. Sorry kids, this is Zama's territory.